Hey guys, what up? Maryam here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. In today's video, I'm reviewing a somewhat controversial, interesting product. It's BECCA Zero No Pigment Virtual Foundation. Basically just got this in the mail. It is a foundation that has no pigment, and honestly it looks very peculiar, very cool. Could possibly be a gimmick, but I have no idea because I haven't even tested it yet, so I'm gonna do all of this on camera today. Of course, I'm gonna provide a wear test at the end, so make sure you watch this video in its entirety. I'm also gonna be talking about their new no pigment glass highlighter and basically testing all this out on my face to find out whether it's worth your time and your money. So don't buy till I try, Team Truth, and let's get into this video. Remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can see all of my Wednesdays and Sundays videos. And now let's get to it. New BECCA Zero No Pigment Virtual Highlighter. Are you for real, or are you a gimmick and you're wasting my time? First, some facts. This is what the product looks like. Looks like we have 30 milliliters or 1 fluid ounce of product. $36 for this virtual no pigment foundation. Comes in this very interesting, very techy looking pod, almost like it's about to shine a light at you. Beam! I don't know. Let's open it up. We have a tiny little spatula over here. Okay. Whoa. It honestly looks like one of those silicone type of primers, but apparently this is a silicone-free product. In fact, it's formulated with glycerin and hyaluronic acid, so this is something that my oily AF skin loves. My skin, for some reason, just sucks up that hyaluronic acid and that glycerin. It loves those ingredients. Light blurring technology controls oil production, enhances the natural complexion, and can be used on your brows too. Well, not today, because these brows are clearly glued all the way up to my forehead, so we're not going to be testing it on the brows. Now, this product will be available at Ulta, online and in store on August 2nd. So that's like right around the corner. I'm going to plug in a little screen recording that I did on BECCAcosmetics.com, which basically showed some before and afters of this product on various models and their skin tones. It honestly looks like it's a very good blurring product. Like, it mattifies the skin, but it keeps it very dewy looking, very natural, so it's perfect for those no makeup type of days. I like that they included 3 different skin tones and types. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into this product. My skin is already prepped. I actually used this new Pop Beauty Zero Shine Hydrator. I applied it maybe 45 minutes ago, and I really like this product. So I know this has nothing to do with this video, but just like a little quick PSA for you guys, this one is awesome, especially if you have oily skin like me. All right, so basically what you're supposed to do is use a spatula and apply it straight to the face. Oh, feels kind of cooling on the skin actually. I don't even know how much to apply really, but let's go for it. I'm gonna try to blend it out with my fingers first. I have my mirror here in front of me. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can really see. First impression, it does feel a little bit thicker than a silicone primer. Feels kind of cooling on the skin, but because I'm rubbing my skin with my fingers and my skin is a little bit sensitive to the touch, I'm noticing that I'm flushing just a pinch. Do I notice a difference in my skin? To be honest with you, not really. So here's the side with the product on. Here's the side with just a blob of product on. Feels really nice, but I'm not observing any difference just yet. I'm gonna use my fingers to spread it across the other side of my face. Granted, my skin is really good right now. I'm not breaking out like I usually am. I think this product would probably only work on people who don't have any breakouts or don't have too many imperfections, because obviously if you do have imperfections and you want to cover them up, you'll need something with actual pigment. Huh. I noticed it's kind of turning white on my forehead. Maybe it's because it was sitting on my forehead for a minute. Look, even if I turn to the side, there's like an actual film that it's creating. Interesting. Honestly, I don't see that drastic of a difference on my skin as I did on the models on BECCA's website. I was hoping that the difference would be a little bit more noticeable on me. But you know what? Maybe I have to give it a chance. Maybe I have to give it a second to set. Is it me, or am I looking more oily? especially on my forehead. Like, why are all the lights in this room reflecting against my forehead? Okay, I don't really see this product minimizing my pores. Maybe this is a gimmick. I'm gonna add just a pinch more to my pore zones. I do have slightly larger pores right here in the center of my cheeks. This is very common for people with oily skin. And this time I'm kind of just trying to smooth my pores. I'm really concentrating the product around the nostrils, around my open pores area, and just pressing the product in and smoothing it. Now, I guess this is as good as it's gonna look. Well, the good thing is my skin definitely does feel very hydrated. It feels like I just gave it a drink of water. The product feels very cooling on the skin. The more I put on, the more cooling it feels. That is kind of nice. Do I actually see a difference? Maybe just a little, but it's not enough for me to really be wowed. And it's not enough for me to actually want to spend $36 on this very cute little pod. I'm gonna set that product aside for a second. What I actually want to do now is see how other products lay on top of this virtual foundation. So I'm gonna pick up my Herborian BB Crayon Concealer and basically cover up my under eye area. I'm also noticing I'm getting this pimple right here. All right, so I'm gonna need just a little bit of highlighting around my nose. I do have some redness and irritation around here, some acne scars from old pimples. So I'm just gonna bring some light to this area here and also just spot conceal some of my dark spots and old acne scars. Well, the cool thing about the BECCA Zero foundation is that it absolutely does not disrupt the makeup that you apply on top of it. So this BB crayon seems to be blending out and applying really easily and rather well. So that's a plus. Just gonna add a little bit of brightness right here, maybe a little right here. A little bit of brightness in between my brows. Okay, I'm looking pretty fresh. Forehead is still very shiny, very reflective, but the rest of the face has calmed down. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this Physicians Formula Natural Defense Multi-Stick Cheek Color just to see what happens if I apply some cream blush onto the apples of my cheeks on top of this virtual foundation. Okay, that worked out fine. I actually quite like the result. Gives it a nice rosy natural flush. Still doesn't look like I'm wearing any makeup, so that's good. And now let's see what happens if I apply actual powder. Do I even want to go down this road or do I not want to go down this road? All right, I'm just gonna go in gently with my Pat McGrath under eye setting powder just to set my concealer or BB crayon. Next, I'm gonna go for this Physicians Formula Natural Defense Finishing Powder. This is a powder that I really like. I just discovered it in the making of my previous video and I've been using it ever since. I'm gonna see if I can try to mattify this forehead just a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna leave it alone. That was good. That was good enough. I don't think I need any more. I'm gonna add a bit of powder for some definition and also for a little bit of color just on the perimeter of my face. Looks good. Still doesn't look like I'm wearing makeup. That is my goal for today. And I still want to allow this product to shine and to do its magic, whatever magic that may be. All right, moving right along to this BECCA Zero No Pigment Highlighter, which you can also apparently use for the lips. So first I'm gonna add that to my cheekbones. So this is supposed to give you that very dewy, glass skin, wet type of finish without the greasy feeling. Now this is a $24 product that's basically supposed to be a multi-use type of balm. I will say it's not as sticky as some of the gloss products that I'm used to, but it definitely doesn't feel silicone-y like this product. So this one is somewhere in between. Not super sticky, not super silicone-y, perhaps more like an oil finish, but not a heavy oil, kind of like a dry oil. I'm almost expecting it to dry down. Okay, that looks really, really beautiful in my monitor. Super reflective, very dewy. I don't think I need to apply that anywhere else because it does have this illusion of pulling my face back. Or maybe it's just my hair, you know? I like it. Let's try this on the lips. Apply it to my finger first because I don't want to dirty up the wand. There's a slight natural scent to this, but nothing overbearing. Honestly, looks really pretty. Let's see if I can use this on my lids now. Who loves a glossy lid? Comment below. That's honestly really pretty. And I'm not gonna add too much. I'm just gonna borrow a little bit from my lip and apply that to the center of my lid from the lash line all the way up to the brow. Maybe a pinch on the inner corner. Not actually sure that this product is meant for the lids. It says face and lip. You know what? For the sake of this review, might as well just plop it onto my lids and see what happens. Okay, let's curl those lashes. Let's remove that cat hair. from my eye. And basically here we have it. Here is my BECCA Zero No Pigment Virtual Foundation look. Observing the skin up close. Honestly, it doesn't look like I'm wearing any makeup at all. My skin doesn't really seem to be looking too different than it did before. I don't really see it perfecting my pores or giving me the kind of flattering finish that I'm used to. Granted, my skin is on the good side right now, so I feel like I was able to make it work, but it's nothing revolutionary and it's nothing that I couldn't have done with some of my other products that I already own. For example, a Smashbox primer, or just like a oil-free moisturizer, and maybe some actual clear gloss on the cheeks. It does look really great in the monitor. I can still see my freckles, which is a nice feature, I guess. But you know what? Let me do the same thing that I did in my previous video, which a lot of you guys appreciated. I'm gonna actually take some footage with my iPhone, so it's gonna be a lot closer to my face. You're really gonna be able to see the texture of my pores, of my skin, and you're not gonna be distracted by these massive lights that I have going on. So let's go for it. All right, here we go. Here is the finish. All my freckles galore. It actually does look a little bit more matte in the iPhone footage than it does in person. But as you can see here, my pores are still very much visible. It did cover them up in this area. Perhaps that's the area where I doubled up the product. But here, you could still see the pores are doing their thing. And same thing on this side too. Duly noted. At this point, you guys, I'm a little bit perplexed. I don't really know what to think of this product. I don't really know how to rate it just yet. The only thing that will help me make an actual determination is a good old wear test. So let's cue in some of that good old time warping music. I'm gonna wear this for as long as I possibly can, just to see what it looks like at the end of the day. Let's hit it. Wear test check. So it is 8 p.m. on the dot right now. I'm standing right in front of my window so that you can see my BECCA Zero full face in natural light. This is what it looks like. This is what my pores look like. Honestly, it looks pretty good in this iPhone camera. Can't really complain. It's not really too oily considering that I am a very oily skinned gal. It's not super pore perfecting either, but overall it's worn pretty well. I'm gonna go back into the studio and show you what it looks like in studio light and also give you my final verdict. All right, back in the studio, back with the artificial light. This is what my skin is looking like with this BECCA Zero No Pigment Virtual Foundation. For some reason in this light, I'm looking a lot more dewy than in the natural light. Observing my forehead, it looks pretty damn reflective. Observing my skin here, it looks like an oil slick in this iPhone camera, but in my mirror, looking at myself right now, overall, I would say it looks like I'm not really wearing anything on my face. So I'm gonna ask myself just a couple of questions. Do I actually see a difference with this product and with having nothing on my face? Yeah, a little, but not a significant one to actually go out and purchase a whole separate product for this type of an effect. Does it perfect my pores and my texture? Perhaps just a little, but honestly, again, it's not that significant and it's not that drastic of a difference. Is the product ultimately worth the $36? In my opinion, I don't think it is. I could probably get the same effect by just wearing my oil-free moisturizer, this Zero Shine Hydrator from Pop, or if I just keep some blotting papers in my makeup bag and blot throughout the day. And it'll probably actually end up looking a lot more matte and a lot more flawless. Bottom line is, I think this BECCA Zero No Pigment Virtual Foundation is probably best for someone who doesn't have any breakouts, who doesn't have any flaws, who already has really healthy, good skin. On the other hand, why would a person with no flaws and with perfect skin even need to perfect their skin? To me, it kind of just seems like one of those gimmicky type of products. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to say it like it is. It's just too much fuss for not enough result. Although this is cute, although it's very catchy, it's not something that I see myself reaching for a lot. Having said that, I will also say that I kind of like the way that my face is looking like right now. I'm not saying that it's totally flawless, but it's a face that I feel comfortable going outside than facing the world with my mask on, of course. So those are my thoughts on this product. On the other hand, I will say that this BECCA Zero highlighter is really, really nice. Look how you could still see that, how it still has this very nice, wet, dewy looking glow, and it's making me look and feel very fresh. I even like the way that it enhanced my lids. They're not looking super oily, but they do have this nice, wet sort of slick on them. I've obviously eaten off the gloss from my lips. This is definitely something that I will probably reach for. It's not super sticky. It's not super uncomfortable on the skin. I like it, and I'm gonna keep using it. I'll probably give this another chance just because I have it, but it doesn't really make that drastic of a difference. Not a $36 difference. So that is my story. I am sticking to it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching and for subscribing. Definitely check out some of my other videos right there. And subscribe if you aren't already. I'll see you guys in my next one. Mwah!